This is Global Ummah Unity, faith, history, and truth in one voice.
Islam, the only named faith. Throughout human history, countless belief systems have appeared, evolved, and disappeared. Civilizations rose and fell, scriptures were revealed, and prophets were sent to guide humanity back to one essential truth, the worship of one God. Yet among all religions known to mankind, Islam stands uniquely apart, not only as a belief system, but as a faith explicitly named by God Himself. The word Islam is not a later invention. It is not a label given by followers centuries afterward. It is a name revealed, preserved, and declared within its own scripture. In the Qur'an, Allah states clearly, "Indeed, the religion in the sight of Allah is Islam." Qur'an 3:19. And again, "Today I have perfected for you your religion, completed my favor upon you, and have chosen for you Islam as your religion." Qur'an 5:3. This is not metaphorical language. It is direct, it is explicit, it is unprecedented. No other major religion contains such a declaration, where God names the religion itself, confirms its completion, and declares it final. But Islam's uniqueness goes even deeper. The word Islam means submission, submission to the will of the one Creator. And according to the Quran, this was the message of every prophet, from Adam to Noah, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and finally Muhammad. The Quran tells us that Abraham was neither a Jew nor a Christian, but a Muslim submitting to Allah. Quran 3:67. This challenges modern assumptions. Islam is not a new religion that began in the 7th century. Rather, it is the original faith of all prophets, now restored, clarified, and preserved in its final form. Even in previous scriptures, scholars have found references to a coming prophet and a final message, descriptions that align not with later interpretations, but with the mission of Muhammad and the faith of Islam. Yet, over time, names changed, doctrines shifted, interpretations multiplied, but Islam remained unchanged in its core message: one God, one humanity, one moral law. This clarity is precisely what makes Islam uncomfortable for many and irresistible to others. Because Islam does not belong to a race, a nation, or a culture. It calls itself what it is: submission to God alone. And it invites every human being to the same truth, without intermediaries, without inherited guilt, and without confusion.
What makes Islam even more remarkable is not only that it is named, but that it is protected. Allah declares in the Quran, "Indeed, we have sent down the reminder, and indeed, we will preserve it." 14 centuries later, the Quran remains unchanged, recited in the same language, memorized by millions, letter for letter. No revisions, no councils, no versions competing for authority. This preservation is not accidental. It is intentional, it is promised, and it explains why Islam continues to spread, despite opposition, propaganda, and misunderstanding. In a world filled with uncertainty, Islam offers something rare: clarity. It answers the biggest human questions without contradiction. Who is God? Why are we here? What is our purpose? What happens after death? Islam does not ask blind faith. It repeatedly calls people to reflect, reason, and think. Do they not reflect? Do they not use reason? Do they not observe? These questions echo throughout the Quran. Perhaps this is why Islam is the fastest growing religion in the world, not by force, but by conviction, not through inheritance alone, but through conscious choice. Every day, people from different backgrounds, Western, Eastern, secular, religious, arrive at the same conclusion. Islam makes sense. Not because it flatters human desire, but because it aligns with human nature. Islam does not claim to belong to one group, it claims to belong to truth. And truth does not need to be reinvented, it only needs to be remembered. Islam stands today as it always has, named, defined, preserved, and open to all. Not as a religion of confusion, but as the religion God Himself named, Islam.
Thanks so much for watching this video on Global Ummah Unity. If you learned something new today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep uncovering the untold stories of the Islamic world together. See you in the next one, inshallah.